Hello friends, in this lecture let us obtain the IBFS by VAM and then we will solve this transportation problem for optimality by using Modi method. So let us obtain first the IBFS by VAM. To find IBFS by VAM we require column penalties and row penalties for making allocations. So let us find out first the penalties along the columns. So penalties are nothing but the difference between two smallest cost elements in each row and each column. In the first column, the penalty is 40 and 19. Difference between these two costs. So difference is 21. So in this case, the penalty is 22. Difference between two smallest cost elements. Here, difference is 10. Here, the difference is 10 and 20. Difference is 10. For row penalties, difference between two smallest costs is 9. Here 30 and 40. Difference is 10 and 8 20. Difference is 12. So where is the maximum penalty? Maximum penalty is at this case 22. So in the column of 22, where is the minimum cost? Make allocation first. So quantity 8 can be allocated. Between these two, smallest quantity can be allocated because demand is 8, supply is 18. That means here demand can get fulfilled. So 8 minus 8 0, 18 minus 8 10. So this column let us neglect from further considerations. Again determine the penalties. So penalty will remain same for the first column. Here we will not determine the penalty. Here penalty will be again 10 and here again 10. But now along the rows penalty will be here again for second iteration 9. Here 40 and 60, 20, difference is 20, 20 and 40, difference is 20. Now where is the maximum penalty? Maximum penalty is the 21, right? So 21 is the maximum penalty now. Now let us make the allocation in this column where the cost is minimum. So allocation possible is demand is 5, supply capacity is 7, out of which demand can be fulfilled. So 5 minus 5 0, 7 minus 5 2, right? 2. Now let us eliminate this column from further considerations. Now again calculate the differences for third time. So here difference between these two will be 40, difference between these two will be 20, difference between these two will be 50. Similarly here difference will be 10 between 50 and 40 and here again 10. So maximum penalty is 50. So in this row smallest cost is 20. So make allocation and subtract demand and supply. So 10 minus 10 0, 14 minus 10 4. So let us eliminate now this row. Again find out the penalties. So penalty here will be 10, here it will be 50 and here it will be 40, here it will be 20. So maximum penalty is 50 now. So make the allocation here 2. So 2 minus 2 0, 4 minus 2 2, right? So eliminate this row now as there are two cells remaining and supply equal to the sum of demands. So let us make the allocations as 7 7 minus 7 0, 9 minus 7 2. So let us again eliminate this column and at last make the allocation here. Since this problem was balanced problem, so everywhere we will get the rim conditions as 0. Then calculate transportation cost. Transportation cost Z minimum equal to 5 into 19 plus 2 into 10 plus 7 into 40 plus 2 into 60 plus 10 into 20, sorry, 8 into 8 into 8, and at last 10 into 20. So now let us calculate the total transportation cost. It comes rupees 779. So this is the transportation cost by VAM. So now let us apply the Modi method to check for optimality, and if the solution is suboptimal, then we will improve it. Now to apply Modi method, let us write this table with respect to the costs and allocations. So in the next table we will write only allocations and costs only. Now we have written this table with the costs and allocations. So let us check first the degeneracy. Degeneracy is to be checked with respect to number of allocations. So number of allocations are here 6, m plus n minus 1, that is number of rows plus number of columns minus 1 equal to 6. So therefore no degeneracy in this solution. Now let us calculate u1, u2 and u3 values along the rows, and v1, v2, v3 and v4 values along the columns. Initially let us assume u1 equal to 0. Consider allocated cost. So here we will use the relationship Cij equal to ui plus vj. So 0, that is u1 plus v1 should be equal to 19. So therefore v1 is 19. Similarly, consider this allocated cost. So u1 plus v4 should be 10. So 0 plus 10. So addition of these two should be 10. Similarly, addition of this value and this value should be 60. 1 is known, so next value will be 50. Similarly, use this allocated cost and this u2 value. Addition of these two should be 40. So one value is known 50. So this value should be minus 10. Now use this allocated cost. We know v4 value. Addition of these two should be 20. So therefore u3 should be 10. And now consider this allocated cost. So addition of these two should be 8. So 10 plus minus 2 is 8 now. Now once we get these ui and vj values, then calculate empty cell evaluations equal to Cij minus ui plus vj. This is for non-allocated cell. Non-allocated cells, let us mark them and we will write there empty cell evaluations. and we will check for optimality. Now here let us use this formula. For this empty cell evaluation, we will have to add these two values and subtract from this value. So 0 plus minus 2, minus 2. So 30 minus minus 2, it comes 32. Here 0 plus minus 10, minus 10. So 50 minus minus 10 is 60. Here addition of these two, 50 plus 19, this is 69. 70 minus 69, 1. Here 50 plus minus 2, that is 48. So 30 minus 48 is 18. Similarly, addition of these two is 29. 40 minus 29, 11. And here at last 10 plus minus 10, 0. 70 minus 0, 70. So here if we observe empty cell evaluations, this is a negative empty cell evaluation. So this is suboptimal solution. This is suboptimal solution since empty cell evaluations contain negative value. So therefore this is a suboptimal solution. Now let us improve it and let us take a cell for improvement. So which cell we will consider for improvement? Which is most negative empty cell evaluation, right? So start from that cell and construct a loop. So if we start from this cell, we can go either left, right, above or towards down, but there should be availability of allocations for taking the turns. Now if you observe here, we can construct a loop. We can construct a loop in this way. Let us start from this cell, come towards this point, take turn either upward or downward. We'll have to take turn downward because from this cell to this cell we can come again, and this cell we can go back. But if we go above and then take the turns, it is impossible to reach at this point. So therefore the loop will be in this way. The loop will be in this way. Now give the plus sign to the starting cell, and alternatively we should have plus and minus signs, right? Now once the loop is completed, we will have to write a new table and modify the allocations. We have to refer this table. The allocations which are only at the corners, their values will get modified, but the allocations which are present there but there is no corner of the loop, they will not change and they will remain as it is. They are 5, 7 and 2. So let us write them. 5, 2 and this one 7. So there is no corner of the loop, so it will not change. Now let us consider the negative corners of the loop and check where is the minimum allocation at negative corners. So there is the minimum allocation at negative corners. Now add it at positive corners allocation and subtract from the allocation at negative corners. So here is the 0 allocation, that means 0 plus 2. So here allocation will get value 2. So it will get vanished from this place. 2 minus 2, 0. Now 10 plus 2, 12, and here 8 minus 2, 6. So this is the modified set of allocations now. Now again apply the Modi method. Calculate U1, U2, U3 values, V1, V2, V3 and V4 values for calculating empty cell evaluations. Now let us assume initially 0 value at this place. We will use this relationship to determine u and v values. So use this equation for allocated cells to determine u and v values. Addition of these two should be 19. One value is 0, so another value should be 19. Similarly, here take allocated cost. So 0 plus 10. Addition of these two should be 10. Similarly, use this cost. So 10 plus 10. Addition of these two should be 20. Similarly, use this allocated cost. So 10 minus 2. 10 plus minus 2, 8. Similarly, here addition of these two should be 30. So 32 plus minus 2 is 30. And here 32 plus 8. 32 plus 8 is 40. Now we calculated here all the ui and vc values. But prior to that, we should have checked number of allocations. Number of allocations here 6, m plus n minus 1 equal to 6. So degeneracy is not present here. We can cross check here. Now let us find out empty cell evaluations at the non-allocated costs. So here let us find out empty cell evaluation by using this formula. So addition of these two is 0 plus minus 2, minus 2, 30 minus minus 2 is 32. So here 0 plus 8, 8, 50 minus 8, 42, 32 plus 19, 51, 70 minus 51, 19, 32 plus 10, 42, 60 minus 42, 18. Here 10 plus 19, 29, 40 minus 29, 11, 10 plus 8, 18, 70 minus 18, 52. So we get here all empty cell evaluations as positive values. Since all the empty cell evaluations are positive values, since all the empty cell evaluations are positive values, therefore solution is optimal here. And now calculate transportation cost. Transportation cost z min equal to 5 into 19, 5 into 19 plus 2 into 10 plus 2 into 30, 2 into 30 plus 7 into 40 plus 6 into 8 plus 12 into 20. So cost here is rupees 743. So this is the reduced cost and beyond which we cannot reduce the transportation cost to satisfy all the rim conditions. So this is the final solution of the given problem. I hope you have understood this problem. Thank you for watching the video.